Hello dear human on the internet. I was getting ready and I stopped getting ready and came to you half dressed to give you this notice of a very important perspective that came across my consciousness while I was getting ready this morning. And the perspective is that life is change, and change is sometimes hard. But I tell you what's even harder is choosing to stay the same. For what you are not changing, you are consciously choosing. Let's say that again. For what you are not changing, you are constantly choosing. So if you don't like something, but you're choosing not to do anything about it, then you're actually choosing that reality for yourself. So you can't really complain about being a victim if you're not prepared to take responsibility for the part that you can do to move forward. Now, you don't always have a choice about change. You don't always have a choice of how change happens in your life. And change can really blindside a person. And I'm not putting down somebody that's suffering through a change that they didn't want. What I'm trying to bring a perspective is that you are stronger than any obstacle that you have to face. But when you're in that human moment of being destabilized and freaking out because you don't know what to do, it's quite hard to get a broader perspective. So my perspective is always, let's create a foundation of a baseline, which is, let's take a deep breath in, breathe with me, breath out and letting go of all that tension. Now, within that moment, come into the alignment and start feeling into your heart space. The reason why is because you can find the center of yourself in the center point of your body. So come into that space and just breathe and connect with yourself, because you're reconnecting in with your body and you're tuning in, because sometimes change can discombobulate you to such a point that you don't know what to do with yourself. So you've always got to come back to baseline and ground yourself. And then from that perspective, then you can make a decision about what is the next step, that I can handle this moment in the most positive, productive and fun way that I could possibly handle. Or if it's not very fun, how can I make it as easy, simple and realistic for me to actually complete it and actually get a sense of achievement instead of dread or drain. Now, a lot of the times our mind is protecting us from change. So every time you try to make a change, your poor little mind is going to tell you, don't do that, you're in danger. Don't change, it's all going to go wrong. It's going to catastrophize, because it's trying to keep you safe, because it doesn't know the perimeter of where it hasn't been. But I promise you that you're outside of your comfort zone is where your growth and joy is. And I can say from my own experience of my own personal suffering is that it's worth continuing. And if you fail, just start again and find a way, because you can. And I believe in you, and you're more powerful and special and wonderful and capable than you give yourself credit for. But if you don't actually learn to reconnect inside and listen to yourself, you cannot direct yourself, and you're going to be discombobulated through this process. So ground yourself and then take action from a steady position. You don't have to have it all worked out. You just need to know, what is the next step and what is the next breath that I can do to manage this change. And I hope that your change is more wonderful than mine was. Have a lovely day, and remember that you're more blessed and you're more capable than you give yourself credit for.